You guys, it smells so good in this car. I'm not going to tell you what I just picked up, but I think that you could probably gather what I just picked up from my other videos. It smells really good. But to the uncultured person, it smells a lot like a skunk. Yeah, that's hilarious. Like, if a person, like, has never smoked before, how they would assume that, like, oh, that stinks, you know? They would automatically say that because, like, to the untrained person, you know? To the untrained person, cannabis does not smell very good. But to somebody who loves and appreciates that plant, anytime that they smell a skunk, like, oh God, that makes me excited, you know, like my mouth is watering because of how badly I want to smoke that reefer. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm at like this weird place with pot because, like, I really love and appreciate it. It's my friend. I see it as my friend. But because I'm more, like, in tune with God and all that, it's like I have less and less of a need for it. It used to be something that I regularly took part in. And, I don't know. I guess I'm not ready to just, like, let go of it. Mainly because there's no, like, legitimate reason for me to just stop altogether. Especially because I still, you know, like it. But it's one of those things where, I don't know, I'm just finding other stuff to do that I really enjoy. And I don't have as much of a need for it. If any need at all, really, I just, you know, like it because it's weed. You know, never gonna. Like I've said before, you can't have a love-hate relationship with cannabis. You know, it's literally impossible. Because even if, like, you don't do anything with your life, it's still just, like, you can't hate it. You know, it's not, like, putting you under a bridge. It's not, like, destroying your relationships or anything. But I guess that's precisely the issue, because it's not that serious of a thing, right? So if it's not that serious of a thing, then you're not as concerned about it because, oh, well, it's not, you know, this pill or that pill. It's not crack cocaine. It's not heroin. It's not crystal meth, you know, like, but they are definitely making it stronger and stronger and stronger. So I would say that maybe, you know, in the 70s, you could make these arguments that, like, oh, well, it's not this or that, but in 2020, when the THC content is like 20 to 25% rather than, you know, 2% to 5%, that's a completely different drug, you know, like, and it's crazy to me that people can't see that, like, that during the time of all this anti-drug propaganda, like, we were talking about a drug that was entirely less potent than it is today. But, yeah, so that's what it concerns me when people talk about it because they don't really know what they're talking about. Like, even potheads, like, even people I know that, like, they say that they love weed, but they don't even know what the endocannibinoid system is, you know? It's kind of ridiculous. It's okay, though. I mean, I didn't know what the endocannabinoid system was for a long time, you know, when I was smoking it every single day, all day. So, you know, who am I, right? I mean, I hate my hypocrisy, which is why I point it out every chance I get. Yeah, dude, my fingers really hurt. Just to let you know. From that little mishap from the previous video. Plenty of mishaps over here. If it weren't for mishaps, what would we do? But my drug dealer just gave me these cans. He was like, yeah, you can have those. I'm like, he's so funny. That's cool. Like, now I have these potatoes. That's exciting. I guess I have something to eat after I get stoned. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna be putting up stuff on YouTube. I've had to set limits on myself. I've decided, and I would highly encourage anybody in the vortex to do what I'm about to suggest. I'm putting limits on myself of anything that has negative side effects. So going on YouTube, going on the internet, period, just having to watch my videos, like just having to stare at the screen, like it's just so bad for me. It's so bad for my psyche, and weed too. I'm like, gotta put limits on myself. Just anything with potentially negative side effects. Like I'm trying to limit my amount, and just do other stuff that's more important to me in the real time. And so that's just something that I thought I would mention. The fact that we are doing all kinds of things that are very detrimental to our minds and our bodies. And it's like we're not even cognizant of it. And even if we are, to some extent, it seems like, you know, people are just full of excuses as to why, you know, these things are necessary and, you know, why we shouldn't give them up for any reason. Now, I realize for a lot of people, you know, they use their smartphone for a lot of different things, which is fine. You know, you have a different life than I have. So I realize that not everybody can be as cool as me, but I wish that they would try. You know what I mean, though, Vortex. It's like people, they could make different decisions, but they choose to make the same one and complain about having the same results from doing the same thing over and over again. But, you know, there's not much you can do about those people existing. You can scold them and you can try to educate them, but there's really like no point because they're not going to listen to you. And they might remember you, though, when everything's falling apart. They might remember you. And they'll think, oh, wow, I should have listened to that crazy bitch. And right before they blow their head off. I'm kidding. Who knows? Maybe they won't do that. Maybe they will figure it out just in time. Right before everything comes crashing down, they'll figure it out, right? It's what you can only hope for society. But unfortunately, society is pretty doomed. Not to be like a sourpuss or anything, but we can't really help it. But yeah, so dude, it's like so hot outside. It was like snowing just a couple days ago, and it's already like, you see, I'm in a tank top right now. Still wearing my Hotep Nation beanie because, like I said, I don't care. I don't care how hot it is. I'll still wear this hat because I fucking love it. Okay. Let's put these cans away. That's so ridiculous, man. I can't believe he gave that shit to you. Yeah, he's a little weird. But yeah. Man, my finger hurts. Like, this one really hurts. Yeah, I would highly suggest that everybody just try to stay off the internet and try to stay off your phone as much as possible. Just try to do stuff in the real time. Go out into the real world, talk to real people, be in nature. That's the real world. That's, you know, actual stuff, you know, like trees and grass and dirt, shit like that. You know, I mean, I don't understand, like, why people would rather just stare at a screen than, like, be outside and be absorbing all of that, you know, God's creation. That's how I look at it. But it's like, it's so crazy that people would choose to just be a materialistic garbage person. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's okay. They will never get me. They will never get me. They will never get me. But you know who does get me? God. God and only God. And I'm grateful for that, because at least I have him when I don't have the rest of the world. Anyway, see ya.